This video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice.
How I passed my prop firm challenge in 4 trades. In this video, I'll be going over how I passed my prop firm challenge in just 4 trades. I'll go into detail about my entries, setups, and also what I was thinking when I placed the trades. This will give you some insight into what you should be looking for in order to replicate these results. So that helped me to pass the prop firm challenge. I was already in drawdown around $240. So I knew that I needed to make back at least $700 and probably around $740. So what I did was I looked at the number of trades that I needed to take in order to reach that mark and how many days I could do it. I was under a rapid challenge, which was from the 8th to the 13th. So I had until that Wednesday to complete the challenge. And what I saw was there was a move upwards during the Asian session. And once you see a trend line break, this is very key for a lot of my strategy. There has to be a trend line break. And then once you see your level 1 and level 2 happen, you're looking for a retracement and also usually taking liquidity of level 2. And what I also like to see is a fair value gap that lets me know that price is moving towards my direction. So once price hits this trend line, lining up with a level 2 entry and a fair value gap, I know that this fair value gap up here is likely the breakaway gap. So price is not going to retrace into that. It's going to respect that fair value gap. I had a tight stop loss that gave me the opportunity to put on more leverage, because if my stop loss got hit, it wouldn't be a lot of money lost. And I had 2 standard lots on, and price moved down, and that gave me a nice sizable amount. I can't remember. I think it was around close to 125 or something like that, that got me back in the game. And I felt I had some movement in the positive direction. And then I fell asleep, missed all of this move that happened in London. And then I woke up around 3 or so, and I saw that price was consolidating, took one last move upwards, and then I drew this trend line, and I knew that price had all the way to go to reach this trend line, so it could possibly just retest it and continue to move upwards. But what I saw was these railroad tracks and then a fair value gap in my direction. And it's not a breakaway gap because price went all the way back up and filled it. But then it respected part of the gap. And basically that part is the 50% of the gap. Once I got this wick and I saw that price was getting ready to move to the downside, I entered here on this 1-minute chart, and I took it all the way down to the trend line because I was expecting a move upwards. And it went a little bit past the trend line, and I usually account for that. And so I got a nice 2-to-1 off of this one. And now I'm up in the game and heading towards profit. And I could wait till next week. I could stop trading here and feel like I'm heading in the right direction. But something said to continue, so I did. And once I saw price move back up and then respect all of that movement that happened to the downside and started to break these trend lines, then I knew that there was a move to the downside. But you got to also be careful, because at the 50% level of these breakaway gaps or fair value gaps, you can also see price retrace from there and bounce up. But that did not happen. Price plowed through all of that I did not enter. I was waiting for the break of this main trend line in order for me to enter. And once that occurred, this nice big move downwards, price retraced back up and touched it again. I still didn't enter. I was looking for a fair value gap that was clean. And I got one here, small one, but price respected that, also bounced off of a trend line. That's my confidence that it's going to move to the downside. Price continued down, and I grabbed all of that for a 2-to-1. And this is 50% of a fair value gap. It's all the way over here. And one thing that you all can watch for is this whole big move on a 5-minute chart is a fair value gap. And so when price went to here and did not go all the way down to this fair value gap, I knew that it was saving it for later, which is what happened here. It's why I drew these lines. This is the 50% level. I think this is 50% on a 5-minute. This is 50% on a 15-minute. So it hits both of those lines and then bounces up. And that's where I knew to take it back up after we had our level 1. Our level 2 entry comes in here, which is where I entered. And this was also news for the Euro, GBP news. And I caught this run upwards, and then it started to pull back very quickly. And so I made sure I took some partials, but I didn't catch all of my trade that I wanted. I thought it was going to go all the way up to here, but it didn't. So I didn't get the full lots that I wanted on this one. So price retraced. And so now I'm looking for a downward play, and I'm looking for 50% of the fair value gap, and also to play off of my level 2 entry. So we get a level 1, we get a level 2. We get liquidity taken here. And if we do this fair value gap from here to here, I can draw that in real quick. It hit 50% of this fair value gap, then turned over, but we're still looking at this order block here. Price is respecting it, comes back up. And to me, these type of candles tell me that this is not a respectable move for an upside move. This is a lot of indecision. So once I see this candle break to the upside and then get refilled halfway through, that to me is okay. Price is still breaking down. So I entered there with the stop above this swing high, took it all the way down, and got another 2-to-1, but more than 2-to-1 actually. And this is the trade that took me over the top and got me to pass my prop firm challenge. So I hope you see some of the thought processes that helped me get to that point. To recap, in this video, you saw how I passed a prop firm challenge, turning a $240 drawdown into a $740 profit. We walked through the strategy, focusing on trendline breaks, level 1 and level 2 entries, and using fair value gaps to confirm price direction. With tight stop losses and proper leverage, I was able to target a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, ultimately recovering and passing the challenge. With careful planning, the right strategy, patience, and discipline, you can do this too. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like these. Thank you for watching.